Ready to go? Okay, I'm gonna call the City of Plymouth City Council regular meeting agenda for Thursday, September 26, 2024 to order at, we'll call 6:30. In-person participation by the public is permitted as an alternative to in-person public comment. Members of the public not attending in person may submit written comments prior to the meeting by emailing your comment. Oh, sorry.
You have to start over.
That's fine.
You have to start over.
Now I have to start over. Okay, we're gonna call this meeting in order at 6:30 in the City of Plymouth, City Council regular meeting agenda for Thursday, September 26, 2024. In-person participation by the public is permitted as an alternative to in-person public comment. Members of the public not attending in person may submit written comments prior to the meeting by emailing your comments to the deputy city clerk at the end. Well, it's listed, I can get into that thing, before 3:30 on the day of the meeting. Email public comments will be distributed to the city council and made part of the official record. Roll call.
Councilmember Aversa,
Here.
Councilmember Sen,
Here.
Councilmember White,
President.
Vice Mayor McLaughlin, absent, Mayor Ackerman, absent. Thank you, we have a quorum.
Okay, if we could stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, do I have approval of the city council regular meeting agenda for September 26, 2024? I made a motion to approve the agenda as presented. I'll second it.
Councilmember Aversa,
Aye.
Councilmember Sen.
Aye.
Councilmember White.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay. 3, public comment. Under provisions of government code, citizens wishing to address the council for any matters not on the agenda may do so at this time. By submitting a completed speaker submittal form to the deputy city clerk. Comments are limited to 3 minutes or less, and speakers are requested to state their name and community of residence. For public comments on agenda items, speakers will be called by the mayor at the point, or mayor at large, or whatever on the agenda when the items will be heard. The city council is prohibited from materially discussing or acting on any items not on the agenda unless it is demonstrated to be of an emergency nature or an urgent need to take immediate action arose after posting of the agenda. Is there anyone here at City Hall that would like to speak during public comment?
I would, but I didn't fill out a paper.
That's all right. Come on up.
Just state your name and place of residence.
Yep.
Hello, my name is Wendy Cranford. I live in the Chicken Flats area of Plymouth. Thank you, City Council, for being here tonight. I've been talking, as everybody knows, I'm running for City Council, and I've been talking to some citizens around town, and one of the things that has continued to come up is the lack of a walking path or a sidewalk from Rancho del Oro to the school. And I actually met with Margaret and we talked about it a little bit, and I think, Margaret, you were going to contact the county on that. Because it's a little bit confusing as to who is responsible for that section of road and those types of things, as to how would we get funding to do something about that? How would we, so basically I would like to request that we add it to an agenda in the future so that it can be discussed and maybe something can be done about that. So that's it.
Thank you.
Can I explain why that's convoluted?
Sorry.
I want to explain why that's a convoluted topic and why we don't know who is responsible for that.
Well, it's county and
It may not be county.
it may not be county.
And
but
let me
if-
explain.
If it is county,
May I explain why?
of course,
When Zinfandel Ridge annexed into the city and they went all the way out to Old Sacramento Road, LAFCO, the city and the county agreed that the city would be responsible for portions of Old Sacramento Road.
That's road maintenance.
Right, but does road maintenance include the sidewalk? And that's what we are discussing.
Should-
That's what the county and I are discussing.
Well, and that's something historically that they approved, it's in the county and it should be up to them to make the connection, theoretically.
Can I make one comment before we get too deep in this? We can't take any action.
Right, we can't do anything.
on it. So, I think the best thing is it'll probably come back.
I'd agree, it needs to be done.
I'm sorry, it's what?
I said I agree, it needs to be done.
It needs to be
Yeah.
put on the agenda for,
Oh, yeah, just, yeah, we can deal with it.
Yeah, that's all I'm requesting. We don't have to have a discussion about it, just. Let's put it
Thank you
on
for
the
that.
agenda, so we can have a discussion.
Council can take action on any public comment. We're not supposed to even supposed to comment.
Okay, cool. Moving on, is there any other public comment here? Was there any public comment emailed? So nothing noted. I am going to close public comment at this time. Okay, moving on to presentations, proclamations, and appointments, there is none. The consent calendar, all matters listed under the consent calendar are to be considered routine by the city council and will be enacted by one motion in the forms listed. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless before the city council votes on a motion to adopt. Members of the council, staff, or public requests specific items to be removed from the consent calendar for separate discussion and action. So 5.1 is correspondence, 5.2 is the above regular meeting minutes for September 12th, 2024, and 5.3 is to receive the August mark registry. Is there anyone here that would like to speak on public comment on these items? And no emails? Okay, I'm gonna call this public comment. Well, what's the wishes of the council?
Public comment?
Yeah.
Okay, no. Sorry, I was reading.
Okay,
I make a motion to approve the consent calendar as presented.
I'll second.
Councilmember Russo.
Aye.
Councilmember Sim.
Aye.
Councilmember White.
all right.
Motion passes.
7 regular agenda items, there are none. 8, council staff communication, brief reports on matters of general interest. 8.1, city manager's report.
I don't have anything other than the report I put in the agenda packet. I can answer any questions the council had on the written report. Other than that, that's my report.
Councilmember Emerson, do you have any questions?
No.
Councilmember Sims, do you have any questions?
15. Just joking.
Okay.
I'm really unclear as to the drinking water, new EPA regulations, LCRR service line inventory. Are we gonna go to every house and sample the water going on the other side into each residence to see if there's lead contaminants? Is that, how does that work? I have no idea.
We are going to every house in town and we are documenting what the line is that leads from to the house and the line that leads from the main to the house. So we have to document what leads up to from our point and then what leads up to the house. So yes, we're going to every resident in town for this.
Roughly 700, sure, right? Roughly 700 houses.
Yes,
And who do? We take a sample and send it to the EPA and have them,
we don't have to take samples of any of the water,
or we don't,
just of the pipes.
just the pipes? Okay. Below that, what is ZSD? I don't know what that means. 104 staff hours. Z-
Zinfandel Service District,
Oh, I should know that, I suppose, huh? Didn't jump out at me. Below that, AFPD inspection summary, summary of what?
That is, the fire department, and they did an inspection on our facilities.
Okay,
And underneath that is the work on each of those facilities.
looks like a fair amount of work being done to this building and various other facilities. I see outside in progress, east side, I presume this is the city hall. Outside in progress, east side exterior penetration. What does that mean? Is there a hole in the wall or something out there?
Yes,
Okay, so we're repairing that.
yes.
The last time, the dump truck issue, are we looking into? Obviously, it says having truck inspected by mechanic, by our mechanic or by a,
We had a dump truck that we had lined up to potentially purchase, and we had it inspected by a third party
okay,
mechanic. The mechanic came back and said he would not recommend the city purchase that, so we've bypassed that dump truck.
did you have a chance to call those folks up in Reading? On the one I gave you?
We did, and we did not have very much luck
Okay.
on that dump truck.
If you want me to follow up with it, I can. I'm loving the report, by the way. I mean, this is great. Everything, that's really all I have, except I applaud you for all this.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm good, thank you, Margaret. Mayor and council members reports. Peter, do you have anything to report?
I've got nothing.
Thank you. Doug, do you have anything to report?
Marvin, this is not the right time to talk about the trail, is it? The walking trail? Caltrans,
It is,
good time to talk about it?
yes.
Okay. We were, council was here when Caltrans came in. Oh, back up for the about 3 years ago, we saw that Caltrans had $100 million that they were going to use for the beautification of California state highways. So we contacted Caltrans, and they basically awarded us around $1,100,000 for a walking bike trail from the roundabout to Zimdale Ridge Parkway. Unfortunately, Caltrans kind of dinked around for 3 years, but they told us they would build the trail for us on the Highway 49 right away, roughly 1 mile long. Unfortunately, by the time they got around to going to bid, as everybody knows, what happened to labor and oil and asphalt, it doubled. So unfortunately, we didn't get the 1 mile. They put it out to bid. They must have known that the $1.1 million wasn't gonna do it, because the bid went out from outlining the trail going from the roundabout to Bush Street. They left Bush Street out. Between Bush Street and Zimdale Parkway, they left it out. They advertised the job. A local contractor got the award, or I should say it was a low bidder. I presume by now they've been awarded the job. They're gonna start the job next spring. It's gonna take roughly 51 days to do a 10-foot wide asphalt walking trail from the roundabout to Bush Street. It was very disappointing that they took so long to go to bid that we lost roughly a third of the project due to the fact that the money wouldn't cover it. By now, the money's all gone. I mean, the money, there's no more money to go after. The project, the funds are gone. We will get our 3/4 of a mile from the roundabout to Bush Street, and that's all we're gonna get. So this is a Caltrans project. They put the job out, and as I mentioned, there is a little bit. The Amador Transportation Agency, which meets once a month. I've been attending their meetings for about 3 years. Unfortunately, up until this coming January. It's on a rotation basis. There's 5 cities, 3 are on, 2 are off. We've been off for several years. We go back on the Amador Transportation Council as of next year. Well, one of us needs, well, obviously we have to attend every month the first Thursday of the month to in Jackson, Sutter Creek Drive. And hopefully we can lobby the county to put pressure on the state to complete the project. Which, by the way, we'll start doing that in January. The job won't even be started until May or June, but it'd be nice to get Caltrans to find another pot of money to finish that job. If I'm still here, I'd be happy to do that, because I think it's very important. We're leaving out 94 houses off that walking trail. And the worst part of the trail is between Bush Street and Zimdale Parkway. It's unwalkable. And again, I've had to explain to an awful lot of my neighbors why this project was delayed so long and why we weren't able to get the job complete. One good thing about this trail is that the trail does cross the highway past Pokerville Market. And so therefore, they're gonna put a crosswalk in and some flashing lights. So the kids from Chicken Flat that go to school, they won't be running for their life across the highway. They'll be able to push a button and walk across the highway reasonably safe. And that's one of the good things that's gonna come out of this. But in a nutshell, we didn't get what we were hoped for, mainly because of time just went on forever. And that's pretty much. You want to add something to that, Margaret?
Yeah, I've been trying for 2 weeks to get a hold of our new District 10 representative to schedule a meeting, and going back and forth on emails. When I get that meeting scheduled, I will get a hold of you, because I will want you to attend that meeting.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Amoruso, oh, hi. Morning. Forgot about myself. We're last week in the Sounds of September. Once again, I have to thank Margaret and Dana tremendously. You guys have been a huge help on that. My life has done some things that I didn't expect, and I appreciate you guys being there for me and having my back on it. Doppelgangers playing this week, so should be a good time. And that's about, oh, and looks like they're having a big hit across the street with the Rotary for the last farmers market. It looks amazing over there. So that's all I have to report on. Mr. Amoruso, any future agenda items? No. Mr. Sims, any future agenda items?
I would like to look into the possibility of annexing the Aces hardware store right on the edge of our property line, our city line. I think probably Frank should be here. I don't know how that gets done, but somehow at least put it on an agenda item for a discussion. There's an awful lot of tax money that's being sent to the county. I'm sure they will be happy about it, but if we need more, they do. But that's one thing. I think at some point, Margaret, we need to get the gazebo on agenda item. It's looking pretty ratted. On paint and roof, and no big hurry on that. Unfortunately, we were unable to, as you know, get that into the park grant. The park grant wouldn't cover the maintenance to it, but I think before we have dry rot issues and so forth, it'd be nice to kind of look into that. Another thing that I guess Frank needs to be involved in, but I would really like to see a use permit with regard to the RV park. Apparently, we've lost our copy. Yeah, it's been unavailable to us. It's either a flood situation or whatever, but we don't have it. I think it's gonna take someone like Frank to have some, obtain that for us. It might even be might be something in public records, I should, but I think it's something we should look at. I'm hearing all kinds of rumors and I don't believe them. That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay. And I have nothing for future agenda items and we have no closed session, so I'm gonna adjourn this meeting at 6:00.